Hello, students. Although you may not know it yet, the moments you spend in high school are some of the most pivotal points in your life. The high school that you decide to spend your 4 years may be able to connect you with opportunities and prepare you for the real world. Not only does Central challenge you academically, but it also pushes you to a level of personal growth. I can tell you right now, I'm not the same person that I was my freshman year when I first stepped into those doors. And now I'm about to leave as senior, and I've become more confident in myself, not only in my ability to stand out in school, but outside of school when it comes to participating in the community and things of that sort.
My favorite thing about Central, I have to say, is the alumni network. Everywhere you go, you will find someone who went to Central. Whether it's in a job interview, whether it's at a college fair, somewhere you will find a Central graduate. And the connections are amazing in terms of getting scholarship money, in terms of getting into certain rooms. It's almost like being a part of a special sorority or fraternity when you are part of Central's network. Putting Central High School and stuff, it can mean a lot for the rooms that you enter. People look at your thing and they say, "Oh, you go to Central High School?" And you be like, yes I do. And they be like, "Oh, come here." You get jobs, you get into colleges, you get interviews, you get scholarships, a whole bunch of different opportunities open up for you.
Having teachers that genuinely care for me and care about my passions. An example of that is my freshman history teacher was able to connect me with an opportunity to join a documentary making and journalism program. And I was able to get into that program. And when I tell you this program is so defining to my life, and I would have never even been able to know about it or be in it if it wasn't for having a teacher that genuinely cared for me. And there's a good amount of those at Central.
One of my favorite things about Central, I'd have to say, is the Central community in and of itself. You know, especially the Black community at Central. The Black community at Central is really a family.
We are united, okay? Although we're not the same, we're not monolithic. We have so many different ethnic groups, people coming from different countries around the world. We still understand that we are one and we have each other's back. We stand for each other, and I love that about the Black community.
We have a variety of clubs to cater to the diverse population that we have at this school. We have clubs for Hispanic culture, Black culture, Asian culture, European culture, just anything that you can think of. Whether you want to join a club for the purpose of meeting people who share in your culture, or for the purpose of learning about a different culture, anything's up for grabs. You can join any club.
We have different interests, different ideas, come from different backgrounds. We're so diverse and put together. It's so amazing to go see.
Within that sea of people, you will find an amazing, supportive community that lifts you up when times are good or bad. I can honestly say that I found my closest friendships my freshman and sophomore year at Central.
I participate in Salsa, which is the Spanish and Latino student association. I met a lot of good friends there, a lot of good people. I get to meet a lot of people who share my culture and have similar experiences.
Coming into Central, I came from a poorly funded, mostly white school in Bridesburg, so my experience was definitely very different. Yeah, so I've never really been exposed to the diversity that existed within Central, but still, when I came in, I understood being surrounded by people who had experiences like mine was something that was really important. With that being said, the first club that I joined was which stands for African American Student Union, and I can still remember like the way that I felt at the first meeting. It was something I'd never felt before, and it was beautiful. We were split up into our different forms of interest, so there was a unit for poetry, a unit for dance, a unit for music, and by the end of the meeting, we'd come together to showcase all it is that we were able to come up with.
Some of my favorite memories at Central, I would say, is International Day. I presented on Pan-Africanism, and we talked about what it means to be Black and how that's beautiful. And when people ask you, where do you really come from? You can say, I'm Black, and that's enough, and that's beautiful. And at Central, we appreciate that answer.
Another thing like that is showcase, which is essentially when we take all that it is we've been working on and we showcase it to the rest of the student body, and they're able to see all it is we've been going at for months.
Now, whether it's art, whether it's dance, music, poetry, the list goes on. There are so many talents at Central that are broadcasted, and it's just such an amazing place to go see that.
Let our rejoicing rise. High as the listening skies, let it resound out as the rolling sea.
For me, I'd say it's the best time of the school year for me. It's such a good time.
If you do come to Central, I recommend you get as involved as possible. Don't hold yourself back and just go for it.
I don't want y'all to think that, okay, like Central is a party school. It's a balance. It's definitely a school that's 50-50. We're not so into academics that we don't have time to be kids, but we're not so into partying that our academics aren't first. I think that Central is very much a school that embodies both of those things. So you can go to school and get straight A's and be in AP classes and IB classes and honors classes and do all of these things while still being a high school student and attending Sweet 16s and being a part of talent shows in the school.
There is never a dull moment when you go to Central. There's always a new club, new activity, new event, new something to experience. Central's always bustling with people and life, and that makes it a very interesting place to be.
So just in all, I'm grateful for all that it is I've been able to experience and all that it is I've been gifted with.
So join us at Central. We need you to keep what the Central community needs to keep it alive. It's diversity. Because diversity is what makes us strong. It's what makes us different. It's what makes us the Central that we are today. We would love to have you here, and we look forward to hearing from you.